Hi there, welcome back to another Fantasy Tour de France video. Today I'm going to give a quick update on the last two stages as well as an outlook for tomorrow's stage 5. So with that, let's look at some data. So if we look at stage 3, it was an excellent win for Biniam Girmay. Um, Interestingly, there were not that many points awarded on the stage relative to the prior stage, most notably because there was no breakaway. There was only a couple folks that scored any points for breakaways. Grelier, it was really nice to see him picking up some points in a 38-kilometer solo breakaway, as well as the most combative for the day. He's one of the minimum cost riders that I have on my team that I called at the start of the tour, so it's nice to see him picking up 82 points. Notably, though, on this sprint stage, Biniam Girmay, who won the stage, who got the main objective, got second place in the green jersey, he only earned 240 points total for the stage, which if we look at, stage 2 the day prior, Mike Tunison on his team scored more points than that in the breakaway, coming 8th on the stage. So for an 8th place finish, he got 248 points, which is a couple points more than his teammate Girmay got the following day for a win. So again, just goes to show how overpowered these breakaway points are. One other point about Biniam Girmay, just be cautious about picking him up at this point in the tour. He was quoted in his interview after the stage yesterday as saying that the team was actually intending to go for his teammate Gerben Tyson. Keep in mind, he does have a pure sprinter on his team. And so it's not 100% clear whether they're going to completely abandon plans for Tyson and go all in for Girmay now, or whether they're just going to ride that out for the next couple stages to see how Biniam does in the other sprint stages. Yesterday was not a pure big bunch sprint. It was a reduced bunch because of the crash before the finish line. So it's not entirely clear that he's a great pickup right now. So just be cautious of that. If we look at stage four was much more of a traditional mountain stage like we've seen in years past in the Fantasy Tour de France. The top scorers were the top GC guys. Tadej won the stage, took the yellow jersey, took a bunch of other points on the road. No surprise he scored the most points today. Note that Vingegaard did look pretty good today, even though he lost some time to Tadej Pogacar. Most of the time he lost was on the descent, and even if he's on great form, you might expect him to lose Tadej's wheel in a short explosive attack like what we saw in the final 700 meters of the Galibier. So I don't think him losing time to Tadej is indication of him not being on good form. But that said, if he was in really, really top form, maybe he would have snapped to his wheel a little bit easier. Remco is looking very good as well. He got second on the stage. He's also second on jersey points now, based on his position in the yellow as well as the white jersey. So we can see Remco is earning, as of today, 91 jersey points. And I'm looking particularly at this because we're going into a block of flat stages where there's not likely to be a lot of changes in the standings for the yellow, polka dot, or white jerseys. So it's fairly safe that he's going to be earning on the order of 91 points for the next couple stages at least. So he is definitely a good rider to look at picking up today, especially considering he's going to do well in the TT in a couple days. Abrahamson is also looking really good. Even though he only cost 7 stars, he's third in jersey points. So 62 jersey points as of today. Yeah, he will probably lose the green jersey tomorrow or in the next couple days, but he's not going to lose the polka dot jersey. And I still think he will be in the break fighting for points where he can get them. Looking at the results for the stage, a couple noteworthy takeaways. Adam Yates lost 2 minutes 42 to Pogacar. Meanwhile, Ayuso and Almeida are still right up there. They lost less time. I didn't quite see that coming. I don't know if that was strategic or he just didn't have the legs today. Also, it was interesting to note that Geraint Thomas was up with that second tier of GC riders, losing only 2:42 today. However, Pidcock lost 11 or 12 minutes. I think he's down in 56th position. Also, Simon Yates lost a lot of time. He lost 4 minutes today, down in 27th. That's not looking good for his GC bid. Similarly, Carapaz, holding the yellow jersey at the start of the stage, lost a lot of time, 5 minutes 10 down. So that's likely his GC gone. It was nice he got one stage in yellow, though. We did have one withdrawal. Casper Pedersen, who crashed pretty hard at the end of yesterday's stage, he did not start today, so we had a DNS for Casper Pedersen. Everyone else is still in the race as of now. Looking ahead at some stage profiles for the next couple stages coming up, we can see that tomorrow is a flat stage, but it's a little lumpy. There's a couple classified climbs in the middle, and then there's two fourth category climbs and an intermediate sprint in the final half of the race. Note that this means that it's going to be probably harder for the sprinters to try to gobble up these sprint points unless they pull back the break really early. So I would be looking for a pretty good opportunity for the break tomorrow, not to win the stage, but certainly to earn a lot of points. So make sure you're picking up those break riders. I expect Jonas Everhansen is going to try to be in the break tomorrow to get to this intermediate sprint ahead of all the other sprinters. The next day is much more of a classic flat sprint. There's one category 4 climb in the first 10 kilometers of the race, as well as a intermediate sprint not too long after that. So stage 6, definitely a pure sprint day. And I think that probably is going to mean a smaller breakaway. I don't think that a lot of riders are going to be eager to get in the break today. And that brings us into stage 7, which is the ITT. Note that it is a lumpy TT. There's a real climb in the middle. So I expect that the GC guys are going to be winning this. And this is why I'm looking to pick up someone like Remco Evenepoel. Looking at my fantasy team, today I made the move to sell Pidcock. Currently, I'm planning on trading him out for Evenepoel, although I haven't quite settled on this. The other possibility could be picking up someone like Carlos Rodriguez or Arnaud Delis, one of the 18 cost riders, and then also picking up Jonas Everhansen. I'm thinking that might be the move, but it's just going to cost me an extra trade to do that, and I don't know if I'm ready to make that move yet. We'll see. I'd say over the last couple of stages, I learned enough about Pidcock to make me want to drop him off my team. I didn't quite learn enough about Van Aert to decide whether I want him on my team. But with the crash on the stage yesterday, preventing him from contesting the final sprint, I didn't really get a good look of how he fares against the other big guys. So I'm going to hold him tentatively for now and see how he does tomorrow. I also like Oliveira, Gregoire, and a few others. So definitely be on the look for the breakaway riders. We're getting into that period of the race where there's a lot of sprint stages, which means there's a lot of people that are eligible for the breakaways. It's not just the guys that can climb. So I highly suggest folks to take risks on picking up a bunch of those cheap breakaway riders, but you got to have a little bit of intel on who you're picking up. I would definitely recommend looking at riders on the FDJ and Total Energies teams. The reason being that those two teams don't have a real sprinter and they don't have a real GC rider. There's not a whole lot going on for the Total Energies team besides getting in breakaways. And then if we look at FDJ, the big news of the last couple of days is just that Gadu is nowhere near where he needs to be for GC. So they're definitely going to be turning into a stage hunting team. All right, if you have any other ideas or any suggestions for riders we should be picking up, throw it in the comments or feel free to join the discussion over on my Discord, which is linked in the description. With that, have a good day.